top student. Before we start, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Ziki and my matrix number is 2019.
My name is Hua Yongfei. My metric number is 2001.
My name is Sharmila. My metric number is 2012.
So today our group would like to present about two questions, which is the basic accounting concept and sales document. Now I will let Yongfei to present about the basic accounting concept.
Okay, thank you, Ziqi. Today I would like to present about our topic. The first topic is historical cost. The definition of historical cost means recording an asset at its original purchase price when it was first bought. It doesn't change even if the market increase or decrease it later. For example, a company buy a machine for 50,000. It will be recorded in account at 50,000. Next is prudent. The definition of prudent should be careful and not overstretch profit or asset, and they should recognize expenses as soon as possible, but only recognize revenue when it is certain. An example is a business sold goods worth 10,000 on credit, and one customer may not to able to pay 2,000. And then number three is consistency. Definition of consistency means a business must use the same accounting method every year so that financial statement can be compared fairly. For example, a company used the straight line method to calculate this year. And last one is matching. The definition of matching means expenses must be recorded in the same accounting period as the revenue that help to calculate. For example, a company paid 2,000 salary in January for December work. The salary expenses should be recorded in December because it match December revenue. So I will pass to Chongjiqi to continue her presentation.
Okay, thank you, Yongfei. So now I will be continue to explain the basic accounting concept, which is accrual. Accrual means revenue and expenses are recorded when they are earned or incurred, not when cash is received or paid. For example, if the company used the electricity in December but paid the bill in January, it directly record in December. Why? Because the expenses is pertains to December, so it must be recorded in December. It's very important because it shows the true financial performance of the business. Next. Next one is about the materiality. Materiality that only important information that can influence decision making must be recorded separately. For example, if the company buy the calculator for 20 ringgit, it's directly recorded as an expenses instead of asset because it is a small amount. It's very important because it can prevent unnecessary detail and keep financial statement trail. Thanks. The next one is going concern. This means the business is assumed to continue operating in the future. In the future, for example, sorry, it's not example. By because in this accepting asset is record at cost and not at liquidation value. It's very important because it affect how asset and liability are valued. That's all for my part. Now I will pass for my partner Sharila.
Thank you, Ziki. So, the basic accounting concept is objectivity. Meaning of objectivity is all the transaction must have proof or evidence. For example, sales must be supported by invoice or receipt. Ali bought good for 500 and has a receipt. The receipt is proof of the transaction. So it is called transaction must be supported by evidence and documents. Next, please. Next one is money measurement. Money measurement meaning is only transaction can be measured in money or record. For example, good customer service cannot be recorded because it has no monetary values. A business buy furniture for 2000 record. The owner is hardworking, not record. Cannot measure in money or monetary values. Next, please. Next one is business entity. Meaning of business entity is business transaction must be separate from owner's personal transaction. For example, owners buy personal clothes, not record in business accounts. Next, please. The next one is periodic concept. Meaning of this is business life is divided into accounting period monthly or yearly. For example, a company prepare financial statement every 31 December each year. So that is calculate profit for that year only. The financial statement are prepared every year 31 December only. That's all my presentation. So I will pass this presentation and
Thank you, Shamila. And I will continue the question two, source document and function of document. The first one is invoice. The definition of invoice is a source document issued by a seller to a buyer that shows details of goods or service provided and the amount the buyer needs to pay. For example, a company needs to sell goods 200 to 2000 to customer on credit. The next is receipt. The definition of receipt is a source document issued by a seller to confirm that payment or money has been received from the customer. An example is the customer pays 1,500 cash for good and the seller will be issued a receipt for 1,500 and I will pass to Ziqi to continue her presentation.
Yes, thank you, Yongfei. So now I will continue to explain the source document, which is purchase order. The meaning of purchase order is a document sent by buyer to supplier to order goods. It shows details such as type of good, quantity, and price. Its function is to provide official evidence that have been ordered. For example, if the company buy 100 chairs, the purchase order will be issued. Next. The next one is about a delivery order, which means document issue when goods are delivered. Its function is to confirm goods have been delivered and received. For example, when the supplier deliver the 100 chairs, a delivery order will be attached as proof. Next. The another one is credit note. This meaning document issue to reduce the amount owed. Its function is to use when goods are returned or overcharged. For example, if 20 chairs are damaged, supplier will issue the credit note to reduce the payment amount. So that is all for my part. Now I will pass it for my partner Shamila.
thank you, Ziki. So, source of document and function of document is debit note. Meaning of debit note is a document issued by the buyer to the seller to inform that their account has been debited. Function is as a formal request for adjustment. It records purchase, return, or overchanges and prompts the supplier to issue a credit note to balance the account. Next, please. The next one is cash bills. Meaning of cash bill is a document used in cash purchase or cash sales. same as an invoice, but it used in cash transaction only when buy or sells goods. The function is serves as proof of a cash transaction between buyer and seller. That's all for my presentation. So thank you for watching.
Yes, this is all for
Thank you.
our group presentation. Thank you.